YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, back on Total War Rome 2. This is the Divide at Impara. I can't. DEI. Let's call it that, since I'm having trouble getting myself tongue-tied there. So yes, we are back attacking Egypt, which is going quite well for us. Hannibal has himself a foothold in Britannia, which is pretty exciting. Gonna have some Britannic slingers to help me out as I go after the Iceni next, which looks like they've only expanded into one other minor settlement, so I expect that they're going to get shellacked here. This is a 4-province, or a 4 settlement province there. So let's see what we can do. Back here at Bibract, you all told me that I have to wait until I have enough Carthaginian influence here, or Punic influence, and right now there's actually there's some barbarian influence on the rise. Let's see, let's get the settlement details. Let's find out why this is on the rise. Local traditions giving it rise, basically. We need one of those. Well, first of all, I need to get this temple complete, and I'm kind of actually thinking I should have converted that over to the Temple of Baal Haman, because we get more Punic influence. So let's do that for now, because I do need to get an army trained up over here. I can just do it further back for now, where I have the influence. Let's see if Britannia is got enough influence to let me recruit out of there too. Not quite, actually. So that means that the closest settlement where I can pull it off is probably back here at it's gonna be Cisalpina, I think. Yep, Cisalpina. So I'm gonna have to go clear back there to retrain. We'll just kind of hold our ground up here with this army, which is pretty much ready to take care of business, so we'll be alright. And then I'll work on getting these areas all up to snuff when it comes to... Let's see where these different guys are. We can use one of these guys to help convert this territory faster, which wouldn't hurt. Okay, that guy's down in Africa, he's good. Got one here in Italia. Okay, and this is the other. Actually, this guy's closer to Bibract. Let's get him over here. And the other one that I started walking that way. I'm not really worried about Britannia, a whole big bunch right now. Maybe let's just take this guy and keep heading towards Britannia, because we may eventually need that influence boost here. So yeah, let's try it that way. And I can always take that one out of Italia if I don't feel like I need him there. Let's check out these armies that just finished taking over some territory in Libya. They appear to be good, and we should be able to move forward and move out here pretty quickly. I'm going to let these guys retrain for another turn and then move forward. We're 20 for 20 there. And 20 for 20 there. And was I training up an army back over here? I was. So this army is ready to rock and roll too, and I just about forgot about them. Got some mercenary Iberian Scutari and Numidian skirmishers. I don't really have many skirmishers in this army. This one's just a straightforward crush, kill, destroy type application. Actually thinking about bringing these guys over here to... Let's actually bring them up to Bibract. It's going to take them quite a while to get up there. I don't think there's a forced march stance. Let's see. Fortify patrol region. You get to replenish faster, but it screws up your campaign movement rate. Yeah, so let's just let them continue to march up here. It's going to take a few turns. We need to end the turn to finish Hannibal's recruitment. No upgrades. And we have the research still going on propaganda so that we can get the royal barracks and get some sacred band out on the field. That's something I'm going to be looking forward to. Nervii look like they're coming down after me. That could be Cisalpina, actually.
It is the nature of warriors to cut to the heart of anything.
No, I don't think I need to give you military access. I'm good.
A token.
Don't need that either. Okay, settlement under siege. Mediolanium. It's saying that I can't defeat these guys. Carthaginian citizen militia, Libyan garrison spearmen, local javelinmen, armed townsfolk, and a citizen cavalry. What do they have? A general, Nervii elite swordsman, Belgae bodyguards, Germanic swordsmen, Germanic berserkers, veteran warriors, heavy skirmishers. Let's see. I don't think... Yeah, they're taking attrition, not me. So, I don't have any reason to be in a big hurry there, to be honest. I think it's going to take them a number of turns to get ready to siege me. And then I should be able to cause them some pretty substantial damage. Okay, I'm just going to keep that army marching forward. This army over here... If I... can just get over into this province before they... Well, no, because we haven't finished building this hoplite barracks. Kind of sucks. I just keep kind of end up in a screwed position with that army, but we'll do what we can. Hannibal's ready to move forward. I got my mercenary Britannic chariots here. That ought to be a lot of fun to give them a shot. They're probably not super powerful. I don't think scythe chariots and stuff are real OP. Not going to call my allies. No point in that. They've got more of these champions, lots of naked spearmen, painted warriors, Britain slingers. They had some nice chevrons on all their troops. My slingers don't have chevrons, but many of my others do. Local champions. Yeah, I mean, we should be able to take this. Night attack doesn't change anything. Let's get a battering ram, some more ladders, and continue the siege. See if we can force these guys out. I'll take a little bit of attrition, but I'll bet you they attack me on this first turn, and we can probably get them out on open ground and work them over. This army is ready to push at Peritonian, or however you... Peritonian, yep, whatever it is. I'm sure I can't pronounce it properly. And then this army should be ready to push forward too. At ammonium, like ammonium nitrate, or... Let's see. There was a lame joke if you ever needed one. Alright. Back here at Bibracte. Let's see what we got going on here. So their guys are still... Are my guys suffering attrition? They are. So my guys are suffering a bit of attrition, but so are the Nervii. It's 3 turns to surrender. I'm not going to be able to get an army there, traditionally speaking, though. But what if I mercenary up here? Ooh, mercenary Massilian hoplites. Don't mind if I yoink. We could get some mercenary Libby Phoenician hoplites and some mercenary Massilian hoplites to make up a main line. Yeah, we could just go like a mercenary army here. That'd be pretty fun, actually. Libyan mercenary veteran Volcae horseman. That's kind of cool. And then we have Libyan cav as well. Let's just work ourselves up some Got Numidian skirmishers and Iberian skirmishers. Let's see, so that means 10 infantry, 3 cavalry, 14 in total is what we're... Get some Numidians. If we can just hire up a whole mercenary army here, it's not going to cost me much of anything. Let's have a little fun. So, you all wanted an all-mercenary army, here's an all-mercenary army. Not the best cavalry that one could find, but we'll make it work. Got some Greeks, some Libby Phoenicians, some Gauls, 1 Libyan, a couple Numidians, and some Iberians. So this is here's you a proper Carthaginian army here as far as being all mercenary. We'll see if we can get to the city in time to defend it. You know, we could have just gone through with this army and gotten there pretty quick too, but we're okay. Let's try some military sabotage here again. Nope, got our spy wounded. I'm gonna go ahead and move over to this other city here. They did not attack Hannibal. Or actually, I may not have ended the turn yet. Yeah, I probably didn't end the turn yet. So, hopefully they attack me. I would like for them to. I have an agent up there at Nemedicina. I didn't know that. I need to get him over to the Iceni want a peace treaty. If I decline, they'll probably attack me. Good. So we're going to get these guys out on open ground like I wanted. We're going to go ahead and fight. They're up against I believe a 10-star Hannibal here. Not the Hannibal Barca, but my role-playing Hannibal Barca here, I guess. My front line is going to absolutely crushionate any of these Britannic infantry units. Gonna try the chariots out and see how well they can skirmish. We'll have a little fun with them. Let's put one on each flank. They look like javelin skirmishers, so let's see how they play out. And I'm gonna have flank here, the Libyans, and I'll use my general to support the Libyans, and then I'll just overload with cav on this flank. And we've got my Britannic slingers that we can put up front. This ought to be pretty fun. I'm gonna actually hard group these guys. Don't know why. Just as easy to move them out of the hard group, but let's move up and let's take our chariots and go do a little skirmishing. Let's make sure they don't have any light cavalry that can run me down. They have Britain chariots where their general's at. Looks like another skirmish type chariot, so let's go skirmish with their chariots.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Get some chariot on chariot skirmish action. It says my chariots are very heavy, so potentially I wonder if that means that we can cause a lot of impact damage. I'm not really familiar with how impact damage carries over into this mod. Let's go ahead and put some javelins down.
We are losing ground.
It says we're losing ground just by numbers. It's not anything to be particularly worried about, to be honest. Throw your javelins. Throw them. Let's go ahead and charge in here. It's just a mercenary unit. I can always get it back. We actually killed a few of them. I'm going to charge straight through into these naked spearmen. They used a war cry on me. I actually just lost a whole bunch of chariots too. Yeah, so those guys are not meant for that type of skirmishing. Or for that type of engagement. So, just testing the waters there, see what they're good for. Not particularly fond of them, just based off what I see there. But these guys only getting 5 kills. Might be good for a rear charge once there's an engagement. Got my guys coming back here. We'll get ready to deliver some charges. Let's actually just let me pause it and I'll go ahead and deliver some charges here. I'll have to hope that I get my charge orders clicked correctly. There's some champions and short swords and other stuff that are... Let's just go ahead and push up here. Go ahead and roll this cavalry up this way. Let's go ahead and hit play, and I'm going to pull away with these chariots, and let's watch the charge. Actually, I need to charge here, actually. Charge there, charge there. Let's start picking at that unit a little. Let's get some of this action up close. The naked unit's getting beat down pretty bad by my heavily armored troops. Let's go ahead and pause it again, kind of just see where the battles landed. Got a nice charge on the naked spearmen. They actually did a lot of damage on the charge to me. It's pretty impressive. Let's get out of formation attack, get into the back of those guys, keep flying around the flank. Got some poor morale going on here. Let's rally and inspire. War cry, some enemies. For some reason, this unit here is wavering. It says they're attacked in the rear. Maybe let's bring my general in to see if we can support the morale. I can't lose the center here. That would be pretty bad. Let's see what else we got going on out here. Let's rear charge those naked spears. Why is this guy wavering here in the center? It says attacked in the flank. So they've got an exposed flank somewhere. Use my general to help tie down some of the enemies in the center. Let's pop an inspire there. I mean, I'm just doing anything I can to keep that unit in the fight, but because it's attacked in the flank, it's just almost non-stop wavering now. Let's see, we probably wrapped up that spearman. Let's pull these cavalry over here to shore this up as quick as we can, get a rear charge with the chariots too. Yeah, it looks like we've stabilized the hoplite morale. Took a little more damage there than I would have liked. Let's just get all my cavalry moving in for massive rear charges, and we'll come oh, no! My general! Let's get our general way back out of there. I forgot about him and left him in combat too long. We should save all of our troops here with that rear charge. Massive rear charge all along the line. Chariots, every other unit you can imagine coming in here. I left my general in combat way too long and just about lost him. We just smashed the entire Iceni line. Let's reset all of our hoplites. And let's reset our swordsmen here too. Let's get our hoplites out of formation attack. That was probably part of what was giving me grief. And let's get our chariots reset as well. Okay, got all my units resetting. Yeah, we gotta keep my general well away from all that now because I've let him get beat up where I shouldn't have. They've got some Britannic local slingers firing into my back. Not gonna be a bad deal for them. Let's pop these garrison warriors with a few slinger rounds here. Let's get back into a hoplite phalanx. Let's get these Libyans spread out a little. I'm gonna charge those garrison swordsmen right there. Should be able to smash them in combat. Let's get a charge here. Let's see, I'm gonna quit firing potentially into the backs of my own men here. Charge here. Charge there. And let's get all this cavalry out here to the flank. Let's see, potentially gonna get outflanked here, so let's deny the flank and then use our slingers to pepper these guys. Need to get my cavalry out here into action. Charge there. Should be winning combat anywhere in the center. countercharge there, countercharge there. Yeah, we're denying the flank the best we can over here. I'm going to hit the tribesmen. Let's bring the chariots over to help me out. And let's move the cavalry in. We can go ahead and charge forward here just to shore up the flank of my hoplites. Okay, let's see what we got going on. The Britons are moving around my flank over here, but I have support units on the way. Taking a lot of skirmish fire, which is not particularly good. We got another massive rear charge potential lined up. Gonna come in from behind and smash up these blobs. So we're gonna see a lot of heavy Carthaginian cavalry making attack runs here. And we're gonna smash the second wave of Britannic troops. Let's see how this other flank is doing. Oh yeah, my chariots actually came over here and smashed through. And then my slingers are finishing off that unit. Let's get back up here and support. My chariots are gonna rout, actually. But it doesn't matter, just a junky mercenary unit to try out. I'm not the biggest fan of them right now. We got some local champions that are putting up quite the fight here. Let's pop them with a rear charge. Got my cavalry chasing down routing units and getting over here into all these Britannic local slingers. My chariots routed. Yeah, my cavalry is now gonna have a field day with all these local slingers. Rear charging the local champions was enough to get them broken. They were putting up quite the fight, actually. There's some more of them there that were doing it as well. And now all these Britannic slingers are just gonna chain route. So nearly got Hannibal killed, but otherwise did a fairly good job with my troops holding these guys off. Got a chance to test the Britannic chariots. They didn't seem like they're anything special. That one actually got some kills. I don't know how it was so different. Maybe I just waited for rear charges, and maybe they work out a lot better in rear charges. That could be it. It would make sense. That DEI is probably discouraging you from just, straight up wreck charging the enemies. But I mean, you can see that my mainline hoplites these are some tough infantry. So any enemies going head to head with them are going to find themselves in a bad scenario. All that heavy cavalry too, playing a massive role. Dang near got my general kill. That was absolutely stupid. Think about how much you all would have been face palming and screaming at the screen if I had done that. I'm sure it would have been a lot, and I would have deserved the screaming at that point. Lost a Britannic chariot, but like I said, it was just a mercenary unit anyway. We're not going to actually take the city just yet, but at the end of this next turn I should be able to auto-resolve up a fairly simple victory. Those guys are going to move in on me. I'll attack them on the next turn too. Get a little revenge from where they dealt me a defeat. Okay, Brethren of Baal should be able to get in here and take care of business now. Yeah, it should be fine. Hopefully we don't lose any other units, especially Hannibal. I would reload if I lost Hannibal in an auto-resolve. Lost our other Britannic chariot, but we can re-recruit those if we want to. It's not any big deal. Let's go ahead and occupy. So we've got the main city occupied at this point. Let's go ahead and build that dry dock. We'll go ahead and switch over here to the amphitheatron. We're going to eventually need a barracks, and then let's bust that one up and build probably another temple, actually. So, should be able to hold. Let's use our spy to go over here and see what they've got in their other province. They've actually got a decent little force there. We'll need to sabotage it, if at all possible. I didn't realize I had this agent up here. I wonder if he had gotten wounded earlier. Diminish tax rates. Vulnerable to authoritarian agent actions. We might ought to just use him to help more quickly convert this province while we have him up here. Let's do that. We'll just bring him back here. These guys fortified, and it's really just naked spears and other stuff. I don't think that... Well, this is just Libyan hoplites and stuff too, so I'm not particularly interested in... I wonder if we have any chance of setting up an ambush here.
Laying an ambush, my lord.
We're not hidden, so I don't know if that'll work out, but should be fun to at least try it.
At your command. Make haste, men.
2 turns to surrender over here.
At once.
We'll see if we can make it there with our newly created all-mercenary army. All-mercenary all-stars. And we'll just kind of get this army to continue to move towards Bibract. And then let's head back down to the desert and see what fate has in store for us at our next stop. Nothing at Ammonium, except for a fertilizer plant, no doubt. These are, should be an auto-resolve, but it's not, so I'm going to have to fight it and destroy this because otherwise they're going to screw me over on the auto-resolve pretty heavily. Probably because these guys... Oh, they sally out to fire. Are they kidding? Oh, wow, these guys are going to get jacked up. I've got a pike line down the center that's going to be ready to rip these guys apart, and it's supported by a lot of reformed Carthaginian infantry, so this is kind of like a mix of an Alexandrian and Roman army, because I have Peltis supporting flanks, swordsmen supporting the flank of a... I don't know if it would have been swordsmen in Alexander's army, but I got more mobile infantry supporting the flank of a good old-fashioned grand phalanx here. Let's go ahead and spread these guys out into 3 ranks. Get them in pike formation. Let's actually just go ahead and move. There we go. That way we can get these guys lined up all in one go there. I'm going to leave my pikes in formation attack, but I'm going to take my other units out of formation attack. I have elephants in this army as well. Yeah, these guys are not going to do well. I'm going to support each flank with some Libyan Peltist. Love those units too, very cool. Got cavalry. Let's run the flanks. And then elephants, let's kind of position them here, maybe. See if we can, once the engagement starts, see if we can sneak through and try and pop in behind the units that are pinned on our pikes. Got my general here for support in the center as needed. Oh yeah, let's go give these Egyptians a good old-fashioned raffle stomping. They've got these native archers that actually their unit card looked cool. Let's see if the unit skins look any good. Yeah, they're kind of like a mix of Greek and Egyptian here. Got like the little cotton armor kind of stuff those guys have. What do they got here? Greek garrison spearmen. That's kind of a cool looking unit. They really do a good job with the skins in this mod. Greek garrison spearmen's where their general's at. Greek garrison cavalry. This is a skirmisher cav. Almost kind of looks like Tarentines, maybe. Native militia. Garrison spearmen. Citizen militia. Garrison spearmen, yeah. Odd formation, but they're actually loaded on their flanks, which is probably good versus my pikes in the center. But, or my pikemen... Yeah, they just move slow when they're in a pike phalanx. They just move slow, period. Let's go ahead and fast forward up. They sallied out, but technically I'm still attacking them, so I'm gonna have to move up all the way. Let's actually do that, and let's get all my infantry, skirmishers, and run. Okay. Get all my pikemen moved in. I'm just outside of firing range. I'm going to take all my pikemen out of pike phalanx to see if we can move faster. Got my infantry ready to rush up. Let's actually just go ahead and push it all the way forward. Let's push our Peltist up to a little front end skirmishing. Walk my general forward. Okay, I will drop my pikes at the last minute if I need to. Their local archers are going to open up on my pikemen with flaming shot. Not causing any major damage at this point, but I imagine they are doing some hit point work. Let's pull our cav back from their skirmish cav. All of our infantry are working forward, and we're going to need to wrap up the flank with our more mobile Carthaginian infantry. Let's go ahead and just grab these guys and see if we can pop that skirmisher cav. Oh, my pikes! Woo! Might have gotten a last second phalanx there, we'll see. Let's go ahead and stop my pikemen. I'm going to start wrapping my Carthaginian infantry up onto the flanks. And I think their skirmisher cav should be getting hit with all kinds of javelins. It is. Let's bring my cavalry around. Yeah, we're wrapping up the Egyptians pretty hard here. Let's take a look at my Romanized Carthaginian infantry. Looks like a few of them still carrying falcatas, which is cool. Here they are charging in. In this parallel universe, Scipio Africanus failed at Zama, apparently, even though it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, timeline-wise, we are still a long ways from wherever the Battle of Zama would have happened. These pikemen doing a good job of holding the center. They took some casualties just because I went into phalanx late. Let's keep wrapping it up with the Carthaginian infantry and the peltist. My cavalry is moving around. I've got my elephants. I'm just going to bring them up for scare effect. Bring my general up for morale. Let's go chase off some of their skirmishers, and I'm going to hit this blob right there in the back with my cavalry. I'm actually going to get into a wedge formation and hit him. Let's watch that. Should be pretty good. This group is just absolutely stuck. My wedge should improve my charge bonus and help me really burrow into that formation pretty nicely. Yep, that's going to hurt their morale. My guy's racking up some kills on the charge.
Our general is under attack.
Those Greek garrison spearmen getting hit, but they did some damage. They got some work done versus my Carthaginian cavalry that was caught in an engagement with them. Let's use these peltists in their secondary role to get into melee combat. And let's cycle charge with these Carthaginian cavalry. I'm going to pull out a wedge formation. There we go. We threw our peltists in, and they're now going to be rear attacking some of the garrison Egyptian units. They have a pretty good capability in the secondary role. I don't want that unit, actually. Let's get a unit that's not thrashed to come in for another rear charge and finish these citizen militia off. These guys are actually struggling with being outflanked, I think. I'm going to put these guys into a charge here. Smash these guys up against the pikes. The Egyptian units are actually holding out okay. Here comes another incoming cav charge. Going to be a nice one. Very nice one. If that doesn't break their morale, I'm going to be surprised. And it is going to break their morale. It's going to be extremely damaging. My elephants have just kind of been playing this one on the sidelines. Let's run a cavalry rear charge here. Yep, we did clean up that spot in the center. We can now focus more pikes. I've kind of closed the gap with some pikes over here too. Let's get lined up for a rear charge. That's going to break those garrison spearmen, I think. I'm going to leave my guys there until it does break them. I've got peltist I can bring back in here. And let's actually use the peltist to finish up this fight rather than my cavalry. I'm going to bring the peltast up into the back of all these guys. And bring my Carthaginian infantry over as well. Okay, looks like we have got the final blow coming into the Egyptians here. They're surrounded by pikes, although my pikes are fighting in idiotic formations all over the place, so less than ideal. These rear charges will probably finish off the morale. Yep, my Libyan peltast smashing in, driving home the death blows. Those Libyan peltast are fun units. They're heavy enough that you can throw them into rear charges. The Carthaginian infantry definitely pulling their weight. Pikemen are obviously a little more fragile and their formations are weird, but I still like using them to fix people in the center and kind of like classic Alexandrian tactics. Hope you all have enjoyed this episode. Got myself an all-mercenary army that's ready to start working, so I think some of you should be excited about that. Hannibal's working away in Britannia, and then Egypt is falling to my troops, which means we could be close to another eastern conflict that hopefully may bring us a little more challenge. I think the Pontic Empire has grown in the east, and we could push all the way even to Arachosia and see if we run into any Indian units. So should be pretty fun over the course of this campaign. We got a lot of work to do. I intend to fully attack Germania too, which ought to be crazy fun. Definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so there we go. We probably do need a barracks in this province. Let's switch it over. Go ahead and get some public order. Public order is probably going to be a little rough in this province, to be honest. I think it'll stabilize, though. We'll see. We can go ahead and push this other city over here. We'll see whether or not the auto-resolve wants to screw us over on this one. Pretty badly, actually, but whatever. That way we just get it done and take the whole province, and we can focus on the next episode on kind of heading on into the Nile Valley. They've got a couple of religious structures that I'm going to tear down here and replace. So yeah, I think we're going to be in good shape. Hope you all enjoyed this. HeirofCarthage signing off for now.